Hello, everybody, and welcome again to the Post Credits Show. I'm your host, Ronnie Williams.
And I'm Serge. Good morning, everybody.
Hey, good morning, and we got a Disney-filled episode for you. And yes, there was a mid-credit scene for Wreck-It Ralph. Dang.
Damn. Ralph breaks the internet.
Yes, that title is troublesome. We're going to try to say it right. Oh, there's like a real official NPR news show, and the announcer in all the promos said the title wrong.
Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Yeah, he called it Wreck-It Ralph 2, Ralph Wrecks the Internet.
Ralph wrecks the internet.
Right.
Right.
Or he said once, Wreck-It Ralph breaks the internet.
Wreck-It Ralph, yeah.
Breaks the internet. So, any hoozles, we're talking Disney movies. We're talking the new Wreck-It Ralph movie. Let's jump right in. And thank you, Zombie Joshi. I too like this Flash shirt. Can you guess why I wore it?
Why'd you wear it?
Because it was clean.
Oh.
No, like electricity, internets.
Yeah.
And whoever can figure out the design of our background gets a prize.
Okay.
So please feel free to comment in the comments. You want to kick off the reviews? Or the ratings?
The ratings. Okay,
Yeah.
the ratings.
How soon should people see Dang it. Ralph breaks the internet.
Ralph breaks the internet. I wouldn't say when as much as I would say see it with kids.
Yeah, how you should see it.
It's a Disney movie.
Yeah. I'd say see it in a month or two.
I would say catch it by Christmas if you can.
Yeah, catch it, soonish. But I also caught another movie we won't discuss in this episode. Maybe we'll put it in our Oscar episode, right before the Oscars. Green Book. Excellent movie starring Viggo Mortensen of Lord of the Rings fame. And Mahershala Ali, who won the Oscar for Moonlight, and he also played a great villain in Luke Cage. And it's about this tough Italian brute driving and escorting this black doctor guy through the deep South in the 60s. So, and it's called Green Book because the Green Book is this travel guide for colored-only hotels in the South.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's a great interplay between two great actors. And as an added bonus, the very tail end is like a sneaky Halloween, not Christmas movie. Like it turns into a Christmas movie at the end. Like kind of like Trains, Planes, and Automobiles. It's like a reverse Driving Miss Daisy that turns into Trains, Planes, Automobiles. It's great. It is so good.
Okay, I gotta see this. I've been wanting to see it. I just haven't had the time to see it.
Yes. Everybody go out and see Green Book.
I was trying to make the show about Green Book, but you said we gotta do Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Our fans demanded it.
Oh, our fans demanded it. Okay.
I blame Zombie Joshi.
Zombie, okay. Zombie, would you like the plant?
Looks like Gwen got the symbol. It's 2, as in Wreck-It Ralph 2, which should have been the title. And thank you. Amy also likes my shirt.
Very good. So there was no post-credit, only the mid-post-credit.
Well, it's technically a post-credit, but they call it mid-credit scenes. Like, they get really technical on the internets.
Okay.
Yeah. And we're talking internets this episode.
Internets.
Yeah. So does anybody have a problem with Disney naming the Wreck-It Ralph 2 Ralph Breaks the Internet? It's just Ralph Breaks the Internet. I think it should be Wreck-It Ralph. But modern movies nowadays don't title movies with numbers unless it's Creed 2 or like something that's already been doing numbers. Like even Rocky Balboa wasn't Rocky 6, It
was Rocky Balboa.
Or, there's Iron Man 2, but all the other Marvels is, Captain America: Winter Soldier. And they do that because people feel like if they know it's a sequel, casual fans, they might not go see it.
It's brilliant marketing.
You're right, but is it really so bad that it's called Wreck-It Ralph 2?
Well, I think the first one, if I remember correctly, the first one is about Wreck-It Ralph, which is this game.
Right. Well, Fix-It Felix Jr.
Okay.
Which is a Donkey Kong ripoff.
Yeah. The movie was based on the arcade, so it's an arcade game. And this one is more about the internet.
Right. And I feel like they really cut it off from the first movie. Like, the supporting characters are barely in it. Fix-It Felix Jr. is barely in Wreck-It Ralph 2, and neither is Calhoun, the shoot-'em-up gal, voiced by Jane Lynch.
I remember, Zangief. They had some Street Fighters, Pac-Man.
Right, yeah, like something spiced in. Sonic got some lines. Oh, and Josh put out a good question. What is everybody's favorite Disney movie? Feel free to chime in, guys. What's your favorite Disney movie and why? I'll throw it out there. Mine's Mulan, because it has the best music, has, really good songs all the way through, good action, and the love story is way in the back. Like most Disney movies, the love is pretty middling. Mulan, they push it aside because it's all about war and honor. And I'd contend that Mulan actually isn't a Disney princess because she's not royalty. And if she does end up with the commander guy, she's still not royalty. So, not a Disney princess.
I disagree. I think she's a Disney princess. She was in the Disney princess group.
In the Wreck-It Ralph?
In the Wreck-It Ralph.
Yes, we're going to dive deep into Disney princesses because it was the best part of Wreck-It Ralph, too.
Yes.
Gwen wants to know if you need to see the first movie and enjoy the second one. I think you should see the first one just because the first one's a genuine delight.
I think the first one and the second one are very different, though.
Right.
The first one is about a struggle in the arcade, in like a small arcade.
Right.
And this one is a struggle in the internet, which is most of the references were all about the internet.
Right.
You have to be very familiar with the companies and what they're doing.
Yeah, Pinterest and. You know why they didn't use YouTube?
Why YouTube didn't allow it?
No, Disney could fork over money, but they're in direct competition with each other. Disney's entered the streaming race, and YouTube's pulling back. They're getting rid of their premium services.
Oh. So
Karate Kid Cobra Kai will soon be for free for everybody.
Wow.
I hear it's good. I'd see the first movie, because if you don't like these main characters, it's tough to get through, I think, the second one.
Well, in all honesty, I don't really like.
Oh, we're back. We're back.
We're back?
I think so.
Damn, Ralph. I think you broke the internet.
Oh, man. Yeah, he did wreck the internet.
So Ralph is probably out here wrecking our internet.
The chat seems to still be down, but...
Maybe you should refresh the page.
This page? Watch, we're just sitting here and everything's going out.
Ouch.
Okay, yeah, let's pause it. Okay, I believe we're back. Sorry for the brief pause. Hopefully it's all hunky-dory.
I think Ralph broke our internet.
Gwen seems to think that we were hacked.
I think it was Ralph.
Let's see who was late to the party. Oh, Kim, she was a little late. I think she hacked us. She was busy hacking us, and that's why she was late.
Oh, okay.
It's okay, Kim. We forgive you. Sorry we didn't get you that prize on time.
Sorry.
And thank you, everybody, for joining us.
She said, Wreck-It Ralph strikes again. Genius. It was genius.
That is a good comment there, Gwen. I believe they asked, what's your favorite Disney movie?
My favorite Disney movie, I would have to say something like Aladdin, probably because I like Robin Williams.
Very good choice.
Yeah.
And Never Had a Friend Like Me, excellent song. And A Whole New World, also a good song.
Probably because I saw it when I was young, too. So
Right. Aladdin, for the longest time, was my favorite.
some of the Pixar movies, they're brilliant, though. Like Up, I think.
Well, let's divide them. For this discussion, like anybody in the comments, you guys can bring up Pixar's. But just for this discussion, let's compartmentalize Pixar. Because that's what Wreck-It Ralph did. Because they're like, oh, Merida, she's from that other studio. We can't understand her. The redheaded bow and arrow girl.
Right.
Getting some other people's favorite Disney movies. Rachel, why do you like Lion King so much? And Kim Martin, why do you like Mary Poppins? And I gotta throw this out there. I've never seen the original.
I remember seeing Mary Poppins a long time ago, probably 25 years ago or something. But
Yeah,
I gotta watch it again.
I'll definitely watch it because we got Mary Poppins coming up. I believe the 14th.
I know she has an umbrella.
And there's kites with newspaper on it.
Yeah.
Maybe cartoon penguins and some songs.
Yeah.
Yep, Kim, you're right. The new Poppins is coming out, and if you guys demand it, we'll cover it. I believe it's also coming out the same week as Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
So we'll watch Mary Poppins instead of Spider-Man.
No! I'll fight you.
Spidey can leave.
No. How about I watch Spider-Man, you watch Mary Poppins, and we'll fight?
That sounds reasonable.
Okay. Kim says just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down.
That's got to be the biggest line there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Bonnie, I believe a new viewer. Welcome to the show, Bonnie. She likes Beauty and the Beast. Which version of Beauty and the Beast?
I like the first one. The second one was on Netflix.
It was unnecessarily long.
I remember going through it like about 20 minutes and I fell asleep.
Yes. It's very... The only cool thing about the new one, like there's one new song they added that kind of reminds me of Phantom of the Opera, and I like that musical. But as it's... Oh, no. What? Bonnie's saying she likes the remake better. You got to back that up, Bonnie.
For Beauty and the Beast?
Yes. Bonnie's saying, yeah, the remake of Beauty and the Beast is her favorite over the old animated one.
Well, I'm a strong believer that you like more the original one you saw.
Yeah. Well,
so did you see the first one first? Or did you see
no, she said the original Disney cartoon.
Oh.
All right. She was pulling my leg, or maybe I can't read.
But if I asked the new kids who saw the new Beauty and the Beast, which one do you like more? The one that came out second or the one that came out first? I'm sure they're going to say they like the recent one.
That's because they saw the girl, oh, she's on Harry Potter, you know. I think that'd be interesting to sit down with some kids. Internet, do you have any kids we can borrow to see which version of Beauty and the Beast they prefer?
They've only seen the new one. They haven't seen the old one.
We'll get some VHS and some VCRs.
There's no more VCRs anymore.
We'll do an experiment.
Okay.
Of course, kids watch their movies on their iPads now.
So we need to download it on the iPad.
Oh, that sounds like work.
Okay.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I must have seen it then. If I know this much about the original Mary Poppins, I must have caught it somehow. Or just through osmosis of The Simpsons.
Probably. There is an episode, yes.
Oh, I could probably sing you most of the songs in The Simpsons episode.
Oh, my God.
Different episode, we'll do The Simpsons. Oh,
Okay.
that'd be a great episode.
The Simpsons movie.
Yes. We need a very good excuse to do the Simpsons movie. Maybe in February when they don't put out good movies.
Isn't Deadpool coming out next week?
Deadpool's Once Upon a Deadpool, I think's December like 12th or something.
Okay.
I'll have to look at the poster again. But yeah, anybody else, favorite Disney moments, favorite Disney songs? What's like the overall best Disney song? I say Part of Your World
I say
from Little Mermaid.
Frozen.
Let It Go?
Yes.
Get out of town.
I think that's a really good
Defend yourself, sir.
I walk through Walmart and I hear kids singing it, especially when it was like at the time, everywhere you go, all the kids were singing it.
Oh,
And it's a super catchy song,
okay, it's a great song. It's a jam. But I stay Part of Your World still better.
It probably matches up to it, yes.
I mean it I don't know. It's hard to tell where it starts and where it begins.
We have one. The Little Girls I Watched 2 and 4.
So Gwen says, I watched two little girls who are 2 and 4 years old, and they like the first Beauty and the Beast because the second one's too scary.
It's too scary for them. Well,
It is. The Beast is a little frightening. He roars and stuff.
he's supposed to be frightening.
Right. Well, is he? I think he's supposed. I don't know what they were going for actually for the new Beauty and the Beast. Like the art style's jarring.
Well, Josh says, "Be a man, Mulan."
Oh, Be a Man's good. See, it's definitely my personal second favorite after A Part of Your World. But yeah. Oh, and Wreck-It Ralph. Ralph Breaks the Internet has its own song. I think it's called Welcome to Slaughter Race.
We're Vanellope.
Vanellope von Schweetz, she discovers she's a Disney princess, so she has a heartfelt song while looking into water, and it's all about slaughter race. I can't believe there's a Disney song that has the word slaughter in it.
Slaughter race. I would sing it too, but I don't know the lyrics, Gwen. I would totally sing the song.
Kim's making some really good points. Since it's called Beast, he's supposed to be scary.
That's right. He's supposed to be a beast.
You win this argument, friend.
Yes.
You win most arguments. Gwen wants me to sing. I can't because Disney will come after us. Like, we're barely getting by as is. I think I hear Disney pounding on the glass as we speak, so.
We're closed.
We're closed.
This is a closed set.
Yes, our studio is secretly a pizza place.
It's underground, yes.
Yes, and in a castle.
A Disney castle.
Zombie Josh says if you sing for 15 seconds, it's okay.
I don't know the lyrics.
Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Did they send me daughters when I asked for sons?
I don't know. I'm going to give you a rain check on that one.
Okay. I know all the lyrics and I can blast it, but I don't want to blast your eardrums.
Okay. So, back to Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Yes. Ralph Breaks the Internet. Let's talk about the Disney princess scene. The best scene.
It was absolutely. So, I didn't realize how much arsenal Disney has.
Yeah, they got a lot of properties.
When Vanellope walks into the Disney park, right?
Yeah.
You see Marvel, you see Star Wars,
You see Pixar stuff.
Pixar, and I'm like, holy crap!
It's like, oh, there's
Disney
Groot. Oh, there's Buzz Lightyear.
What's the name of the big white robot? Big Hero.
Oh, Big Hero 6.
Big
yeah.
Hero 6. He was there. I was like, what? They have the whole.
Yeah, they have a whole arsenal, you know, and Star Wars definitely prevalent. The stormtroopers were chasing Vanellope, and then she breaks into the princess's, you know,
And with
waiting room.
The guy in gold, what's his name?
C-3PO.
C-3PO, he comes out too. So there's a lot of Easter eggs in there.
Oh, Ray corrected us. He's not Big Hero 6. His name's Baymax.
Oh, the movie is called Big Hero 6. His name is what? Baymax?
Yep. All right, you zinged us on that one, Ray. We're sending you a T-shirt.
The remote?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, as soon as we make a T-shirt, you're getting one.
He's the first one. Okay.
What is your size? No.
I haven't seen Big Hero 6.
I haven't seen it either.
Oh, okay.
I think there's a cat at one point.
I've seen Wall-E.
Oh, Wall-E's so good, but that's Pixar.
Okay.
So you lose.
Okay.
Whoever's keeping score, I think I'm winning.
Okay. Internet, tell me who's winning.
Yes. Speaking of internets,
Internets.
so you loved the princess scene.
I must have been laughing like an idiot in the theater because I was that scene where Cinderella breaks her slipper and she like threatens Vanellope. I was like dying. I was
Yeah,
like,
that's pretty funny. But see, I caught most of that stuff in teasers and trailers. Like, that's how they promoted the film. They showed most of that scene in the trailers. So, like, I felt like I already got it.
well, I didn't see a single trailer,
Yeah, you're lucky.
and when I caught the whole thing, I was dying. I was like, the wind blowing through Pocahontas.
Yes. Does Pocahontas have wind powers now?
I think she does. It's in the stick, you know. Like,
So we got ice powers, water powers, and wind powers. But Moana doesn't actually have water powers. The ocean is her friend.
Moana, yes.
You know, like, but in the, you know, the internets, did they actually break a fire hydrant? Or, like, no, she just, like, water now.
She's like better than Aquaman, I think.
How dare you? Aquaman's gonna be the broiest movie ever.
Bunch of CGI.
Yes.
Okay.
And they're screaming at me, we need to see Big Hero 6. We gotta
Big Hero
see it.
6? Okay.
And it's Kaylee who knew that it was Baymax.
Oh, it was Kaylee. Okay.
Yep. So, like, you love that scene, but everything in that scene has already been done on the internet. Like, the internet loves to do, you know, jokes with Disney. It's like, oh, you know, all the princesses are, you know, tortured. They're insane, you know. Oh, here's your favorite Disney, you know, fan art, but they're in, you know, casual clothes, you know.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of those jokes are already on the internet.
I mean, I was trying to see the scene again, like after I saw the movie.
Yeah.
And I did see the trailer that you mentioned.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, they did spoil, but that's not the whole scene. Like,
Right.
it's still missing like another 3 minutes of like golden time.
Right. But it is nice to see that Disney can make fun of its own self. Like, it was bashing some of its projects. Like, Merida, I think, got the worst bash of it all. Like, they made her unintelligible. Like, you couldn't understand the girl from Brave at all. And, like, all the princesses are like, we can't understand her either. She's from the other studio.
That was just brilliant.
Yes. Oh, apparently Moana commands the sea.
Aquaman doesn't command the sea.
Say,
Aquaman commands the fish.
right. I think Moana is friends with the ocean. I'm going to fight you on this one. I've only seen it once, but I think I'm right.
Isn't Moana where the big Samoan guy has a stick or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're welcome. It's like if Dwayne The Rock Johnson only ate cake for 3 months.
He looks like a typical Samoan guy. Like,
Oh, I'm staying away from that hot take.
oh, I like Frozen better than Moana.
Here we go. Here's a question. Let's throw this back to the commenters. Rachel asks, why are there no early Disney stories featuring the prince?
What prince?
Yeah, please clarify, Rach. But I think what she means is like the prince is the main focus. Why are these female-driven movies?
Well, the princesses are mostly the main characters, right?
Yeah, they're the mostly main characters. Why are there no male main characters? Like the second Disney movie was Pinocchio, and that was definitely a male character, even though he's in the animate, you know. Him and Jiminy Cricket, you know, but then Disney went back, did more princesses, you know. I guess because they're just successful.
Well, let's name some Disney princess. No, not princess.
Princes? Well, there's Prince Charming from Snow White.
There's Simba.
Kind of died. There we go.
We have Simba.
Simba. But yeah, she's saying the early ones. I don't know. That is really good, though.
I would say Disney targets mostly girls.
No, because it was for all audiences. I mean, you have the female lead. Let's do Little Mermaid. You have the female lead, but you have these plucky male side characters, you know. You have Flounder and... Was Bambi... Bambi was a guy.
Bambi was a guy, yes.
Kind of a deer guy.
We have Dumbo.
Yeah, so it can be male as long as it's an animal, but if it's human, it has to be a princess.
Yeah,
Is that the formula? Did
Aladdin.
Yeah. So it wasn't until mid-90s, thank you, Bonnie, that Aladdin, you know, Prince of Thieves kind of, you know. Yeah, Aladdin. And then Lion King later.
That's the benchmark then.
Yeah, well, and if you look at, I mean, they started plucking from like old fairy tales, you know, and like some of those old fairy tales are just way too grim, you know. Hansel and Gretel, there's a witch that they probably burn alive. Goldilocks gets eaten by bears.
Sinbad.
Sinbad does stand-up comedy.
Oh my God.
Did you see I think it was a Disney movie where it was called First Kid. It's about the president's kid and Sinbad is the bodyguard of him.
No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah. Oh, and Disney used to make really bad direct-to-video sequels. There's a Bambi 2. There's a Little Mermaid 2. Brother Bear 2.
All those fails.
Yeah.
Those are like movies that go straight to DVD.
Well, yeah, and that's what they did. And I'll bring up Pixar, but Toy Story 2 was going to be direct-to-video.
Wow.
And Pixar was like, no, this movie's way too good. And they fought for their own movie, and good thing they did. And I think that's what finally showed Disney, like, wow, if we put in a little more effort, these sequels can make big bank, you know?
They just got to change the name. Don't call it Toy Story 2.
Maybe.
The Jungle Book. Rachel says The Jungle Book.
Oh, there you go. Well,
so I guess it's like the princesses are more appealing.
Yeah, because all the ones we listed, like Pinocchio, Dumbo, like...
They're like so-so.
Right. And, like, I'm glad those are getting the remakes. You know, have you seen the Dumbo trailer?
Yes.
It looks like it, like, tugged at my heartstrings a little bit. Because, like, it's like, oh, it's sad. Dumbo's mom, you know?
Yeah.
But it's also funny what they're pushing way to the side. Like, they're not going to having the... wise, jive talking crows because, you know, that's a stereotype.
Yeah.
So they're like, nope, no crows, no mouse, little kids. And there's Colin Farrell. No.
Oh, no.
Wait, is it Colin Farrell?
I hope not.
Yes, it's Colin Farrell. Yeah. I like Colin Farrell. You're thinking of Will Ferrell.
Oh.
Who is also lovable, and all the Farrells are great. You don't know.
The only pharaoh I like is the Yu-Gi-Oh pharaoh.
A pharaoh? Good plan words. Kelly says, what about Toy Story 4 and why?
Well, Toy Story is a giant franchise, right?
Yeah.
Everybody likes Toy Story.
And what little we've gotten of previews to Toy Story 4, I believe it's going to be about kids making their own toys.
Yeah, Gwen, there's going to be a Toy Story 4. It's coming out next year summer.
Yeah, because the toys are now with a girl, and I think also they're gonna show the differences between how boys and girls play with toys.
I think the toys are going in the internet or something.
They're going in the internet. I'm just waiting for Disney to do an Avengers style movie, and you got Elsa, you got Wreck-It Ralph. You know, they're just gonna Avengers it up.
The Avenger princesses.
Yeah.
Oh no.
They kind of did it in Ralph Breaks the Internet a little bit. It reminded me of the first Fantastic Four movie, which is not a good thing.
Oh no.
What is in front of you, Ronnie? This is what is
She's
that?
talking about these. These are the controllers to a game console.
A game console. Until we're sponsored.
Okay.
And this is what runs the mics. Normally you see it a little bit on screen, but I brought it front and center to this episode because internet technology. I'm making this up as I go.
Very good.
Yes, that's all I do here. I'm in charge of sound, and he's in charge of makeup.
I'm in charge of the plant.
You haven't
Josh.
watered it in weeks. Oh, he wanted it on screen, but I think it's a little late now.
A Nintendo Switch, yes.
Yeah, it's a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
So you want to talk about Wreck-It Ralph a little more, or anything else?
I didn't like the villain, the virus.
Yeah, that was a little weird. Like,
I felt we could have had something better.
yeah.
It felt a little cheap. A lot of CGI. You know?
It's an all CGI movie.
But I felt like that's all they fed me, you know?
Yeah.
I got fed bread and butter for dinner, you know?
Right. And it's hard to compare it to, like, Coco.
Yes.
Ooh, we could talk about Coco.
Coco.
Has everybody seen Coco? Because I love me some Coco.
I like Coco on a cold day.
I knew you were going to say that. But no, Coco, the Dia de los Muertos movie.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, I love it. I don't think it should have won the Oscar.
It won an Oscar?
Yeah, for the song Remember Me,
Oh.
which is like one verse repeated over and over again. Greatest Showman's songs, any one of them should have won over Remember Me, but I digress.
Okay. Well, what else are we going to talk about?
Um,
Other than that, I didn't have a problem with it. I was trying to catch all the Easter eggs.
yeah, there's a lot to mine Easter
Especially,
egg wise.
I saw Amazon, Google. I was looking for like the play on words and
Yeah.
the visuals. It's very difficult.
Kaylee says, "What is the virus?" It's just the bad guy Wreck-It Ralph uses the virus to try to get Vanellope back, but it backfires and makes something big. Bad guy stuff. Kind of like Ghostbusters.
I mean, what they try to do is make visuals out of things that happen in the internet, you know.
Yeah.
And I think it was something that was very difficult to do,
Right.
but they managed to do it very well.
Right. And do you think it's a fair comparison to compare this to the Emoji Movie, which used mostly apps to, for storytelling?
I thought they banned Emoji Movie. It was so bad, wasn't it? That's what I heard.
I only heard not so nice things about it.
I haven't seen the
I haven't
Emoji
seen
Movie. Oh no.
Let us know if you've seen the Emoji Movie and if it's any good. Anybody? What's your favorite like Disney moments though? Like scenes that really stick out to you, like the beginning of Lion King really sticks out to me. Like it's like a sun rising on the savannah, all these different animals, and then Elton John's, great song, Circle of Life, and, holding up the lion cub. Here's the new Lion King. He's going to eat all of you.
Well, I don't like watching Disney movies because they're always so touchy, and like I'm
Yeah.
trying to hold in my tears. And I'm like, no, don't look. And you're looking at it like it's
Right.
It gets to you.
I mean, there's just so many decent moments in Disney. Like, my favorite movie, Milan, I like it when, she finds out her father's going to go to war. And so it's like she's in front of the great stone dragon statue trying to figure out what to do. And then, like, it's just a great montage of her stealing the armor, cutting her hair, and running away from home, in the pouring rain. It's just, cinema at its finest.
Okay. Kaylee says that she's seen the Emoji Movie.
Ooh, what did you think?
She thinks it's entertaining for the moment.
Rachel's seen it also and wouldn't watch it again.
Wouldn't watch it again. Oh.
Young babies like the Emoji Movie. Me, I would say so-so.
Okay.
And Kim says it's also so-so.
I
Or would you say it's kind of meh?
MEH, meh.
Because that's the emoji.
Meh.
It's funny, I know these things just through osmosis.
Oh.
I know things. But yeah, any bigger Disney moments? Maybe we're on a very strong delay, I think, because
Ralph wrecked the internet.
yes.
You see, Ralph wrecked the internet.
Breaks. But yes. Well, we could also talk about video game movies. Like, I think Detective Pikachu will become the best video game movie, believe it or not. Like, I think it has a strong shot.
The problem I have with Detective Pikachu is that it's jumping on the Pokemon bandwagon. That's what's gonna carry it. If it would have been any other character, it would have flopped. It would have just dived straight down and blown up into a million pieces.
Like what? If it was
something new. If you just took out the fact that it's a Pikachu,
yeah, and
put in like
Garfield
or some other character that's not as popular.
Snoopy.
No, Snoopy's still popular. Something even lower than that.
Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck. Yeah, so something like that, like, the movie would flop, it would have like 1/1,000,000th of the credit that it's gonna get,
Right. Well, like, I think you're probably more upset that they did do a more traditional Pokemon game. Here's a trainer, he trains a bit, and then he enters the Pokemon League.
Well, no, it could have been something else, but I don't like the animation.
I think I don't know. Like at first, like some of the stills look not so great of Pikachu. Like it looks like a stuffed animal, but like when it's moving, it looks pretty good. If anybody else, back me up.
Kaylee says that a YouTube character is a voice of character in Ralph.
What?
Yes.
Yeah. One of Kim's favorite moments, if I was a young warthog.
Where's that from?
Timon and Pumbaa, The Lion King. Because they're doing a Kuna Matata, when I was a young warthog, and then he describes how it smell. My friends would never be downwind.
Yes, I remember that. Now I remember it.
Oh, and Josh really liked when I described Mulan, gave you goosebumps, especially when she whips off half her hair and makeup in the mirror. Oh, yeah, the song Reflections, Who's That Girl I See Staring Straight Back at Me? Pretty good. I sometimes sing that in the mirror.
Oh, no. You sing in front of the mirror? I just flex.
Okay, Gaston.
Yes.
Ooh, I love the Gaston song. You don't like it?
I think so. When they're all drinking beer.
Yeah. Like when he spits, I'm particularly good at gesticulating, which is a fancy word to say spits. And only someone like Gaston would know that,
Yeah.
And I like that it's like spur of the moment, like, he's just getting people to sing along with him, just trying to cheer him up.
Yep. He's definitely a crowd pleaser.
Yeah, LeFou's doing a good job.
Yeah.
Oh, and my favorite verses, though, when I was a lad, I ate 4 dozen eggs every morning. It helped me get large. But now that I'm grown, I eat 5 dozen eggs, and I'm practically the size of a barge. And, like, it's like all the flexing muscles you can have.
Oh, my God.
He looks like Chris Evans after he's been Captain Americanized.
He still got taken down by the Beast.
Technically, he felt a lot of Disney villains just fall to their death. Like, that's another thing, too. Gaston falls to his death. The Hunter in, not Jungle Book, Tarzan falls to his death. You know, just a lot. Very first, the Wicked Queen falls to her death in Snow White. Lion King falls to his death. Tons of bad villains fall to their death.
Did Scar fall to his death?
Yeah, Scar fell to his death. He fell because Simba beat him in the battle, but then he's attacked by hyenas.
Oh.
But Mufasa fell.
He definitely fell.
Or maybe he was pushed. Ooh, Rachel likes the moment, the Aladdin carpet ride. A Whole New World.
It definitely gives you goosebumps.
Yes. That might be what's cool about the new Aladdin movie. Starring Will Smith as the genie. Next year, it's coming. There's like 4 live action movies coming out next year from Disney.
We got like
4.
a blender going on. Oh my God.
4. You got Lion King, Aladdin, Dumbo. I forget the 4th one, but it's coming like a roller coaster.
The 4th one is Toy Story 4.
Not live action.
Oh. It says, Kaylee says, which one would be better, Bumblebee or Pikachu?
Well, do you kill a villain for a kid's movie? And Gwen goes, oh, it's ambiguous. We don't know if they really die. And Kim corrected Rachel saying Popeye isn't Disney.
Yes, Popeye isn't Disney.
What is he, though? Who cares?
He's old news.
He is what he is. Because he always says, I am what I am.
I know what he is. He's chicken now.
Chicken?
Yeah.
Well,
Popeye's chicken.
Oh, dang it. Well, I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for some chicken today.
$2 for 2 pieces.
Oh, too far. Kim says Popeye should be Disney. I think Disney will just keep acquiring properties.
Yeah, it's a giant machine. It's absorbing everything.
Kind of.
Oh, man.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting as soon as Disney enters the streaming race. You know, I want to see how that shakes out because they're planning Star Wars shows and all sorts of stuff.
Well, I've seen the Disney Channel. The Disney Channel, sometimes it's not appealing.
Yeah.
Like, I'll watch it, and it's kind of like... I mean, I know why kids watch it. It's because they have nothing else to watch, you know?
Right.
They'll just watch it. But some of their stuff is not as good. But we'll see.
We'll see.
Is there anything else we got to cover? Ronnie?
I don't know. Well, I'll throw it back to you guys. Is there any topics that you want to cover? I mean, this is the big Disney episode, you know? Like, I can go all day long. Like, what's some missteps for Disney, let's say? Like, what'd you think of The Hunchback of Notre Dame? Like, why did they think that was, you know...
A lot of people have made videos about The Hunchback that it's all wrong, you know?
Oh, how so?
It's all G-rated, and that the guy was actually, like, he's like a creep.
Mm-hmm.
And that Disney toned it down a lot.
Well, that's every Disney film. I mean, the intro song to Aladdin had a verse about they'll chop off your hand, you know, but they got rid of that line, you know, and they only infer it later on in Aladdin. But, you know, they're quickly, you know, no one gets their hand chopped off in Aladdin. And he was like a despicable thief, you know.
Gwen says, the parents in Frozen die from the shipwreck, but we don't really know if they're dead. I'm pretty sure they're dead.
No. There's a theory.
Oh no.
I love this theory too.
Wait. I think it's a theory between Frozen and The Little Mermaid, right?
Nope.
Okay, what's the theory, Ron?
Okay, that the parents in the shipwreck are Tarzan's parents.
Oh.
They went pregnant and had baby Tarzan, then they shipwrecked on the island in the Congo, and then Tarzan's parents get wiped out.
I mean...
And you'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll be in my heart.
Oh.
But I like the Little Mermaid thing. It could be Trident that sunk the ship. You know, it's like, what are these people doing in my ocean? Schmack.
Oh my God.
He doesn't like surface dwellers that much.
Nobody does.
Nobody does. Rachel thinks they should do a spin-off Disney movie on how all the parents actually lived and tell their story. That'd be interesting. All the parents lived.
Well, all the Disney movies have like a tragedy, right?
Right.
Because Disney's, the carbon monoxide killed the parents or something? Somebody was mentioning it to me. I was like, okay.
Oh, I don't know what.
Okay,
what
we'll get back
to
to it. We'll get back to that.
But I think, like with most stories in general, or cautionary tales, fairy tales, what have you, the only way that children can get into these jams or situations or adventures is if there's no parents involved. You know, Hans and Gretel won't go into the candy house if the parents are there like, don't eat that candy, it's probably spoiled, you know. If, you know, Elsa's parents were still around. Actually, Elsa's parents were like the worst in Frozen. They're like, let's erase the kid's memory and let's lock her in a tower, you know, instead of sending her to the X-Men school for gifted youngsters.
With Professor Xavier.
Yes, and Wolverine. They're now all together. They could totally do that.
Who's the one who has the ice powers? Iceman.
Iceman, yeah.
So Elsa is Iceman's sister.
Yeah, they could ship.
There's the spin-off.
There's the spin-off,
okay.
yes. X-Men versus Frozen.
Oh my God.
Oh, and just weird tangent. Bonnie can back me up with this. I really liked the Frozen half season in the show Once Upon a Time. I watched almost the entire Once Upon a Time show. I didn't see the last season where they jumped.
I've heard really good things about it. I haven't seen it, but I heard there was like 28 seasons or something.
There's 6 seasons in the same location, same cast, and then the 7th season jumps forward and takes one character and moves them to Seattle. And I didn't watch that season.
Okay.
But like the villain characters are so good, and the first 2 seasons are just as good as Lost. Like you see these tragic backstories to side characters you never realized. Like Grumpy started off as dreamy. Like he was like starry-eyed and optimistic, and then love and tragedy, you know, hit him, and then he became grumpy.
Oh my God.
And don't get me started on Geppetto. Like
Poor Geppetto.
Yeah, Geppetto and Jiminy Cricket, like all the flashback fairy tale stuff is almost pure gold in Once Upon a Time.
Okay.
So yeah, it's on Netflix. I know it's bad for me to mention it, but you can throw it on while doing something else.
Anything else, everybody?
Yep, let's just wrap this up. What do you think? I said this last week, but this is for real next week. Mary, Queen of Scots, we're discussing next week. But if there's any other movies that you guys really want to talk about, you know, we'll put that to the forefront. We'll also come up with a second movie probably to pair with Mary, Queen of Scots.
Okay. I'll try to catch Green Book.
Green Book's really good.
Okay.
I'd see it today if it's in your market. But I think it's going to get a couple Oscar noms. So if you're in a city where they re-show Oscar-nominated movies, you could also catch it then. But I'd say sooner the better.
Okay.
I think I saw it's the 25th anniversary of Sleepless in Seattle with Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan. Have you seen Sleepless in Seattle?
No, all I know is that Tom Hanks' head got really big.
That's a different movie where he gets big. Or you mean Woody? He becomes Woody in Toy Story, and his head's big. No.
No, I'll show you later.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure, it's not just his hair.
No.
Okay. Well, I think this has been an excellent episode. Thank everybody for joining us. I've been Ronnie Williams.
And I'm Serge. Thank you very much.
And thank you for joining us. And let us know what movies we should cover in the future. Thank you.
Bye-bye.